Hello and welcome back to Black Hair in the Big Leagues, you guys. I have just been la-di-da-di-da these last few days. Once Upon a One More Time just closed, but I felt really okay about that until I turn on this video and I see one of my sister queens on the screen looking beautiful as ever, and I realize how much I miss her and how much I miss what we all had. And so I would like to introduce to you this beautiful goddess of a soul who shocked everybody and made such a splash with an amazing Broadway debut starring as Rapunzel in Once Upon a One More Time. Please help me welcome my friend, Gabrielle Beckford.
Hey.
Welcome. Hi.
Thank you for having me.
How are you? How are you today? And how are you? Like what? It's been less than a week. So how are you?
I'm I'm at peace. I do feel like an overwhelming presence of peace. And I thank God for that. Like I don't feel worry. I do feel full. I feel grateful most of all. Like in spite of all that took place, I do feel so grateful because who gets to do this? Who gets to imagine their Broadway debut, if ever they were able to make that dream happen, being a principal on
Yes.
Broadway in an
Yes.
iconic role, motivating and empowering people, and having especially girls who look like me grow up thinking, oh my God, there's a Black Rapunzel.
Right.
This in a dream. This can be a reality. Like it's insane. Like insane. Like I had no idea this would be my path. And so that's why like all I can do is feel grateful right now. I feel full because I know I did everything in my power to do the
Yeah.
best job on
And you
that
did.
stage.
And you
And
did.
we all did. We all did an incredible job. We did our job, we did the show, and we empowered people and we changed people's lives at the end of the day. And it's a gift.
It was
It's
a
really a
joyous
gift.
gift. It was really, really special. And so I definitely want to ask you about your character and about the show, but like, how was it making your Broadway debut? Was it what you expected? Did it live up to the hype? Did it not? What's your takeaway?
Ah, things hit me later than like I guess I'd say the average person. Like some things you find out something is like, oh, I feel it. I'm going through it right now. No, it didn't hit me that I was gonna be making my Broadway debut. It didn't start, but it didn't fully hit me till preview day, our first preview. It was when we circled up and did the one more time, and they said everyone making a Broadway debut, start the chant. And literally, it was like one more.
Oh,
It just
that's
went it just enveloped me. And I was like weeping because I'm like, oh my God, this is like, it's insane. Like, this is happening. Like,
yeah.
it's, it's, it's an indescribable feeling, but you have to feel it to like really know what it is for yourself. And it was unbelievable. It really felt unbelievable. It felt like, is this really happening for such a long time? We were in rehearsals in tech, costume fittings.
Right.
I was on the build, like we were on the
Right.
building.
You
And
were
I was
on the
like,
side of
still
the
not,
building.
I still was like, hmm.
Wait, it didn't hit you until previews?
Like literally, we were getting ready to get ready. Like we did our final chant, like at the end of that rehearsal. And it literally, I was a wreck. It was one more time.
Okay, wait. Our previews process was insane.
Yes.
How did you stay sane during all of the change? Like there were significant change. Tell me about your experience during previews.
I I really make it a point to have alone time with myself and just to be by myself, not around anybody else, just to deal with my thoughts and how I feel and just like allow myself to be separated from what I see happening. And prayer. Girl, the way
Yeah.
I talk to him,
Yeah.
he gives me peace, he gives me joy,
Yes.
he gives
Yeah.
me strength, and he did.
Right.
He
And
did.
I've noticed that about you. You've always had this like calmness, this groundedness about you, even in situations where I'm like, how is she keeping it together? Like just making your Broadway debut as a principal, did you always seemed so confident
Mm.
and so like, yep, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Have you always been that way? Or did
No, I'm not gonna lie, no. Especially growing up being a girl who looked like me, I didn't always feel like there was room for me. And I would sometimes, it's funny, I would daydream about being a different pigment and like going through this big transformation to look like the girls that I saw getting so much praise as opposed to me.
whoa.
And it's insane. And it had nothing to do with like my family. My family always showered me with love, told me how beautiful I am. Like I realized at a later age, like when I got Barbie dolls, they'd always get me the brown girls so that I can like really embrace the one who looks like me.
Oh
But
my
in spite
God.
of that, I was like, I still felt less than when it came to girls who looked a different pigment than me. And then a shift did start to happen late high school. Late high school, it started to happen, but you still got those, oh, you're pretty
Yeah.
for a dark skinned girl comments like that. But then I walked into university freshman year and I said, you know what, Gabby, you are you. Nobody else can be you. Step on this
Yeah.
campus like ain't nobody ever seen nobody else before. And honey, from that day on,
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
no, no more, no more. I said,
Thank,
no more.
thank God, because I feel like you as Rapunzel in this role, you needed to be exactly
Mm.
who you are to get this role,
Yeah,
to make this role.
yeah,
You needed to be exactly who you were.
right,
And now people are looking at you like, oh, look at her on the stage.
right,
If she's like, and people see that as like, oh, you're on Broadway or you're in the movie or you're in the TV show, whatever. If you're there, that means that's beautiful, right? And if that's beautiful, maybe like people are looking at you like
right.
you were looking at the Barbie doll, like maybe that's you're on the other side of that coin,
It's insane.
inspiring others. And so what is that like playing Rapunzel? I know you saw it in DC, so you kind of knew what like the show was going for, but before you joined the Broadway companies, like playing Rapunzel in this show, what does that mean to be a Black girl in this like usually, white role?
Right, right,
At Disney, she was always white.
right.
Yes.
Same with Snow White. When we think of
Yes.
all these characters, like, yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow. When I saw it in DC, again, I knew nothing about this show. And I just literally, as I watched it, my jaw is going,
Yeah.
like, I
Uh-huh.
want to be a part of this. Like, literally, me and my castmates from the tour, we were like, how do
Uh-oh.
we get in this? We were and it's insane. And then to be able to be gifted the opportunity to audition
Yeah.
first, and then them to receive the choices I made that were authentically me
Yeah.
and receive it in such a positive way and praised it, like for lack of a better
Yeah.
word, did praise the work that I brought to it. It it
It
makes
helps.
it feel even more worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like you always have
Yeah.
that inner self-worth, but then to have that, you know, what's that word?
You don't always
Stamp of
have it.
approval behind it, you
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
And to be like,
Yeah.
yes, yes, and to you, being you, bringing you in yourself
Affirming.
fully, and it being right, like, or to them, like, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily right, but
Yes.
being accepted and embraced.
No, it is right. But the
Yeah.
choices that you were making, it could have been a number of different ways to do it, but the way you did it was like, this works.
Yeah.
You were always received by the audience in that way. How many people were like, oh man, who is that Gabrielle girl? Like all the time. Even Titus, remember?
Right. I was like,
That was cool. That was cool.
I was like, wow. Like, wow. Like, thank God that the place he set me up in, people are receiving the work that I'm doing in such a positive way. I'm like, thank you.
Right.
Because this is me. I'm just bringing me. All I can do is bring you me.
Yes.
And how you receive it is how you receive it. And people have been receiving it so lovingly. And
yes. It's been
it's
really
really
cool
good
to watch too. And okay, so what do you think, Gabby?
Yeah.
Do you think that everyone who mounted our show and like the people who put the show together, do you think, this honest question, they did a good job with the diversity, being inclusive? Do you think that there were missed opportunities? Like, as a Black woman on this stage, like, how do you, because I have my own opinions, like, how do you think they did?
First, I do love that when it came at least to female coverage, they were women of color. So it could change the dynamic of any role on this stage.
And you liked that?
I did pay attention to the pigment they chose because it's which you see a lot on Broadway. Like when they look for people of color, you tend to see a lighter pigment than me.
Do you mean for being on stage or the
for being on for being on stage?
Okay.
Definitely. Like say if a lot of times if you're seeing like a Black lead be soft or subtle or
Diana and I have talked about this.
dulcet toned, she wouldn't look like me. Like if like from out of the box, if they decided to just choose their preference, like or automatically think with their initial reaction, our initial thought process, you don't look for a girl like me. You think of me as the tough, sassy, rowdy, pop, pop, pop type girl. But we can be delicate too. But it's like you see girls who look lighter than me play those delicate roles more. So when it comes to roles like, let's talk about it. Let's talk like roles like Cinderella.
Yes.
Or
yes.
Roles like Mermaid. Or even Sleeping Beauty. She can't like, I don't think they'd initially look for someone who looks like me.
I agree. I do.
And that's what you see I feel like that's what you see mainstream on these big stages a lot of the time. It's far and few between. Like if the role is not heavily, you're rarely seeing a girl who looks like me lead the way.
Wait, time out. When I said I agree right now, I know you're talking specifically about being dark skinned, but the roles that you said, I know I'm light skinned. I kind of felt that way about being Black, period.
Right.
Period.
True. Like if you're going to make an exception for a Black person, I feel like it would be lighter than darker.
In DC, I remember, I mean, yes. Yeah, I agree. When I was looking at the show as a swing in DC, I remember thinking, man, why am I covering everybody but Cinderella? Everybody but Cinderella. So I had the same thought, Gabby, like, oh, I guess that's such an icon.
Oh.
Yes. And so when they added it to my track, I was shocked. But also, you're talking about colorism here. Diana and I, the other swing, Diana Brandon, we have talked about, like, is it a coincidence that both of the understudies, the swings of the show, are light-skinned Black? Listen, happy to have a job, happy to be here, but it definitely checks a lot of boxes off. But not trying to shoot myself in the foot, but like,
I get it. No, because that's what you see. That's what you see. Like, I know we're getting out of the age of, filling a quota.
Yeah.
Are doing what we think, as you said, checks off a list to be on these platforms now and being very socially aware, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But there are still strides to be made. I'm not saying we're there yet. And this show isn't an exception. Like, I, yeah, yeah. And then one thing, that is a good point. Like, I completely agree with you. Being Black, anyways, playing Cinderella, because I feel like that there's a different point to be made.
Yes. Yes.
And it was made when you were on that stage.
I felt it.
Yes. And it's still appropriate. We're fairy tale creatures. We can
Yes.
be any pig. Like, I understand when we're talking about shows that deal with context. Like, you're not going to see a white Martin Luther King. We get it. You're not going to see a Black Tracy Turnbland. I get it, because that
It's
is the
part of the
economic and contextual construct of the show. I get it. We have to respect those staples. But say if it's something, we're in a fairy tale, I'm a fish. I remember them saying that she was a certain color. So,
it could be any color I want. It's made up.
like, right. So it's like, yeah, you want to do colorblind and be inclusive. Make it make sense, though. Like, for this show, you had no limits. Anybody could have been anything in this show. It's a fairy tale.
Yes. Okay, wait. So do you disagree or agree that I do think that they did some good, I think they did a good job on, let's talk about Rapunzel's hair journey.
Ah, I heard I don't know the full story about DC. I heard there were more struggles regarding that in DC versus what I dealt with when I walked into the room. They immediately hit me with, okay, what do you feel comfortable with? How does this work for you? How do you feel you can move? All of this. And they gave me the liberty to really help in the vision for what I needed as an actor and what it would influence with who my Rapunzel was. So I had great feedback for them. Like, what I had, they were including me. So my experience was great for Rapunzel. I don't know about anybody else, but
And
Rapunzel.
for those who haven't seen the show, and it's closed now, so sorry.
Yeah.
But Rapunzel, you go from having long, straight hair.
Let's say relaxed hair, to then her natural curls in a different part of the show, which were both beautiful. And both designed by a Black woman who understood what texture and representation and our locks and tresses means to us. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. That was, again, another gift, because you don't always see that at all.
No, which
at
is
all.
a gift. And I know this is a sidebar, but I do think about, we talked about if I ever went on for Cinderella, what those wigs would look like. And I made sure I was like, I need texture. If I'm on, I want people to know Cinderella is Black. And good news, bad news, they did have the texture, but they never made my wigs because they didn't think I was going on. So they just pulled from what they
had
left over, which sucks. So it could have looked better if they actually approved the budget for it.
Right.
But I am glad that there were curls on that stage.
There were.
And
Thank
Skull
God.
Club was hella Black.
I loved it. It was just so diverse. And again, this isn't a put down to, I hope people receive that. It's not a put down to anybody else who's not of our culture or of our demographic. We're just saying we love seeing more color represented on stage, period.
It was cool.
Period. That's it. We're just talking about what we love seeing as people who want to be seen and represented on stage in a market that doesn't always do that. And it's still making it not fully doing it.
Yeah, it's definitely a process.
Yeah, but we're making strides. We are making strides. I will say that this is an example. I am a chocolate 5'9" Rapunzel. I did not see that.
Growing up,
acted with a chocolate Snow White.
Yes.
Never thought that would be a thing.
Right? And even I was shocked when I was standing alongside Aisha. I'm like, whoa, we're both Black.
Right.
it's cool. Like, I do think our show did a good job of, we want diversity represented in the building. And it was.
Yeah.
Prince Charming, Black.
Prince Charming, Black.
The first cover, Black.
Black.
They made sure that there was at least one or two leads every day that were Black on that stage.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was really, really good. That was really lovely.
How did you feel about when Mermaid was Black and she couldn't touch your hair and you had to change the line? Were you okay with it or were you peeved?
At first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, not even at the fact that you couldn't touch my hair and stuff like that, but it's like things that I didn't think were fully thought or realized, because our swings, our covers are Black. So you knew at some point this was gonna come up. So we could have like really took the time to develop some sort of, scriptural script change.
Though. I don't know
if that happened.
If they think beyond, and I'm just saying generally, like, and this is not even color at all, it's always about who is in the cast on stage for opening night.
Yeah.
This show is very kind to the swings, in my opinion, but there are other shows that I've been a part of that were not. And when the swings are trying to learn it in the background, they're like, hey, can you guys move, please? Actually learn it in the other room. Actually, can you learn it on Zoom? And so it really is about the cast, who is our opening night cast. And sometimes everything else, and that's what happened. And unfortunately, it has to do with race. It matters. Who's touching Rapunzel's hair?
Yeah, because it can't be a Black girl.
You're gonna yell.
If they want the response for what I gave to the non-Black mermaid, if they were gonna change the script, then it's different conversations that we would have to cater to that sort of scenario, because it's not a Black. It's a sensitive issue. So it's like, you got to handle it with care. And if we had, thought about it, because life happens too. We got to think this is live theater. Life happens. Call outs happen. Breaks, injuries happen. Sickness happens. We have swings. And you know that both of your swings are of color.
Yes.
Black. Especially, like, respectively,
Yes.
That scene ain't gonna read the same way if I did it the exact same script and the exact same pretense as I would with a mermaid who wasn't.
I mean, yeah, there are certain things that are definitely written into the fabric of the show. Like, could Rapunzel in a future iteration be white?
The thing is,
it is definitely written for a Black person.
She couldn't do my choices. To be racially correct and socially correct, she just couldn't do my choices. She'd have to make it appropriate to her demographic for the, because let's be real with the tea. Like, if I'm pulling from a Black perspective and that's the root of where my Rapunzel is, a white person can't pull from a Black perspective.
Right.
So you'd have to just adjust. Like, if they're going to do a new show of this and Rapunzel is going to be white, they have to make sure that the script matches as well as her choices match.
Right. I feel like there would just be like little tweaks. There are shows like Once on This Island where they put in parentheses before beginning, like, if you do not have enough Black people, what?
If you do not have Black people, period. I'm sorry, not sorry. We're talking about Dominican Republic and Haiti. We're talking about mulatto versus Haitians. We're talking about field slave mentality versus house slave mentality. Ain't nobody on that stage is white. If you're going to do it correct, you cannot do that show correct.
Dang.
It's a contextual story.
You're saying just don't do it.
No. If you are, I understand there are certain like, we're talking about context.
Yes.
This is history. This has happened in life. You cannot, I would say you should not. It's a free country. Do what you want to do. As Gabrielle Beckford, I would not invest my time in a production of, especially once I'm on this island, if everyone on stage is not Black.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like it's history. It's a story. It's like you're not going to see a Black person play the lead in Parade because that's not the story.
Right. Yes, that is.
It's not, and we get it. The only Black people that were there were the people who were the help, and because that's what we were doing during that time. It's the story. It's the context. Yeah. It's history. This is a fantasy. But yes. Rapunzel in this fantasy is grabbing her roots from her Black roots. Rapunzel can be any pigment, but if you're going to choose her pigment and choose her ethnicity or choose where she's from, make it line up to who she is and who she's portraying. That's it. Make it appropriate. Okay. Yeah. I mean, she cannot do what I did. If she's white, she just cannot do what I did.
Do you think there will be, because obviously we haven't seen the official like script that people can buy at Barnes and Noble or something like that, but do you think that they'll put a note in there like, okay, here's what to do if this, here's what to do if this?
I feel like John is very understanding and aware of that himself. Yeah. And even when we were doing the script and making adjustments, we made adjustments to my script for Broadway to make it cater to my choices that I was making and what I was pushing as Rapunzel. So yeah, I think him being so aware of this, he can definitely put if Rapunzel is not, make the line this. Yes. You know what I'm saying? John is cool. Not gonna be, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a drastic change, just it's gonna be an appropriate change that does not offend people. You can be any ethnicity and be sassy, but pulling from the talk about Black hair, that cannot be. Good night. Like, simple stuff like that. Just switch that. That's it. And that's only in the beginning. Right. Then the rest of your show is cool. And the thing we took from Note. Oh, just switch that up. Just switch that up. Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, you go. Let's go, boy. Like that's where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? So watching Diana practice that was so funny. Oh, the sweetest thing ever. And we just made it work for us, as it's going to work differently for everybody. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's it. Here's the real question, Gabrielle. Yes. What happened to our show? What happened? I feel like what happened is honestly what happens with too many shows that make it to this lovely stage called Broadway. Certain risks and opportunities that we could make that would really pack a punch, people don't think is worth the risk. And that's why you see a lot of the heart of some things, of a lot of the cathartic experience that you could have in a show gets ripped out because it's so commercialized. People want to hit. And I understand it. You want to make sure that you make your profit. You want to make sure that the show sells and lasts forever. And you feel that what will succeed is something that is toned down, but still fun and doesn't, throw too much at the audience. But these revivals do that. Let's think about it. When I studied MT history, of course, it was a different economic stage, but you saw so many flops. But then there were successes because they took the risk. Like a prime example of a today hit that took a risk, Hamilton. Yes. Took a risk, and you see how successful it is. People want to feel something. Like they say, oh, we're escaping life. Sometimes people escape what they're dealing with now, and then they want to feel the voice that they don't have within themselves. They see it on stage, and then they feel empowered. And you see that off Broadway because they can take those risks. Yes, I was just thinking that. And that's what I say. Off Broadway, I wish it was like flipped. They did not even reverse, like just Broadway learn from off Broadway. You see these risks happening and people are moved. Lives are really changed and impacted. You see people weeping, and it shouldn't be like just for happens. It should be like, okay, we committed to this role. We committed to this message. Let's do this and send a message that is iconic and really just put it in people's faces, because a lot of the times people are gonna love those shows anyways, love it or hate it,
Yes.
but there's gonna be a strong response
At
to it.
least there will be a strong response to
You
the
know what I'm saying?
truth of what it is.
Right. And I do wish, because that's what the show I saw. Like, I felt like, of course, some script changes need to be adjusted towards the end, but I felt like the momentum that it had was fantastic.
In
And
previews.
no, when I saw it in DC.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then when we were in rehearsals, the show we started with, like when we got to the end, like one of the first endings, I know some songs wanted to change, but like the gist of it, me and Morgan would weep when we got
Yeah.
to like the last, because we
Gabby, me
literally
too.
felt that. We felt that. And it was like, dang, we really had an opportunity to pack a punch and just nail them with it. And I know not everybody wants that, or they feel like it's profitable, but it's theater.
It's theater.
It's theater. Like, I feel like too many times the heart is taken out of these works when we cut to that stage called Broadway, because we want to make a profit. But honestly, what you're seeing is so many things are closing because you see the
Because it's just middle of
substance
the
kind of
road.
fall off. It falls off. And it's like, maybe, what if you did take that risk? Would it have succeeded? Even if it didn't, you know,
Take the
wouldn't you want to
freaking
leave
risk.
knowing that stayed true to a
The
message that,
integrity.
yeah, of the
Yes.
show? I really imagine what that would be like if we kept it and really went for it, you know? So
Oh.
that's the only, like, like, if anything, if you want to say it's setback, I feel that happened, especially with this show, because this isn't just our show. A bunch of shows do it,
Yeah.
but or
I
have
mean,
done it, and you see they're not on Broadway anymore. But
right, including us. And I remember when that
yeah,
was happening, when all of us, the women, we were getting discouraged, like, what's happening to
yeah,
our show?
yeah. And even, like, I will say this, even with us not hitting the message we wanted to hit, it still was I still felt it was still a great show. I still
It
felt it was a
ended
fun show.
up
It ended up being a fun show. Like, it is what it is. It's the funnest time of your ever after life, however
whatever
they
they,
phrase it.
once
You
upon
know
a
what I'm
time in
saying?
your life.
It's still a great show. You still have fun. You're not taking it too seriously. So that's where we ended up taking it to, which was, I think it was still a fun show. The
Agreed.
people who did see it kept seeing it again and again and again and
Yes.
again and again and again and again and again and again,
Yes.
and loved it. And loved it. So
I'm, I just hope that I know there are people out there that the only version of the show they saw for that one day was a version with a song about an orgy, or
oh Lord.
or the version where the last line of the show was forgotten
Oh,
because
pressure. What pressure? And time, making a change, and that quickly for a certain age group, it can be hard.
yes, yeah, that was
But
a lot. Well, no, wait, when they were making those surgeries, Gabby, like that was hard for everybody. It was hard for the
yeah,
people on stage. It was hard for the swings. Like,
yeah.
what if we have to go in tonight? I can do
What version are we doing,
what
right?
version. And of course, it's hard
Right.
for the
But that's
7-year-old.
previews. Yeah, that's previews. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I am going to wrap up. I want to ask you your favorite memory.
Ah, favorite memory. Oddly enough, it was during the week that the women in particular didn't feel
Mm-hmm.
great. And it was immediately after that, a particular rehearsal. And that night, we just gave nothing but this, like, love, and be like, to each other, like hyping each other up, being like, yes, yes, girl, yeah. And it wasn't an opposed to, like, we still cheered on the men, period. But for the women, we were like thunderous ovation. We were like, yes, that's my sister out there. Go ahead, sis, kill it. We love you. And we just showered each other in love. Like those moments, it's like, we're here for you. And you felt that camaraderie around the females in particular, because we knew what we were going through in that moment, mentally, physically, emotionally, however you felt that
Everything.
week. But to be there and to be supported and to be seen, especially by your peers in those moments,
Mm.
yeah, that's a moment I will cherish. I love those moments when you really have a unit and you feel that love and embrace,
It does feel.
especially in those times of need.
Yeah.
That's what you felt.
Did you ever get COVID, and how did you see COVID? How did it affect our show from your perspective?
I did it. Thank you, Jesus.
Knock on some wood.
But how I thought of it was, if we were to stay open, I was like, oh, we're about to be in the clear for 3 months, because since everybody got it already, I was thinking holiday season gonna be a breeze, because ain't nobody finna really call out for COVID, because all the COVID cases happened.
If we stayed open, though, because
that's what I'm saying. If we stayed open,
it was one at a time.
Mm-hmm. But it was so close in proximity. I was like, okay, this is the month of COVID. Great. We're about to have 3 lovely months of freedom. And I was like, because basically almost everybody and their mama got it. So I was like, the brunt got it. Not saying it was a good thing, but you know what I'm saying? I was just thinking, hindsight, holiday season, we would have been Gucci.
Yeah, we would have been Gucci. Oh, me and Diana were so nervous.
In regards to COVID.
Yes.
We would have been Gucci.
Diane and I, we were like, we literally can't get COVID right now. We didn't get no more COVID. We're out.
Split track.
What?
We did it.
Can you play the stepmom and Rapunzel?
Holy City. Oh, that show would be canceled. But oh, that show would be canceled. But yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Oh yes, last question. How did you feel about Ryan rejoining us at the end there?
I feel like it was a hard situation. I will say that. It was a hard situation because someone is losing their place in the show, while someone who, of course, got originally cast in it is trying to come back, especially before we close. But it still, I guess the way it happened left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths in regard to. It's just the how. It's the how. There's a way in which to do things in life, and from what I heard, it wasn't nice.
Moving on. What will you miss the most?
This group. Sharing the stage with this group every night. It is so rare. It really is rare that you have acting companions that you genuinely love, support, and care for, and you feel the same in return. And then you all are talented as hell. And then you get to go on stage and just share such love and have fun with each other and genuinely enjoy being with each other. It's a gift. It's a gift that really kept on giving. Like, it was fun, love, laughs, and it's something I will cherish every day. Like, I've never had this type of impact with an entire cast.
Yeah.
You know?
I do know.
Yeah.
Freaking special. I will also miss that.
Yeah.
I love you, girl.
I love you too.
How can people find you?
Thank you.
How can people find you and follow you?
Oh, how can they find me? Oh, I'm on Instagram, Gabrielle Beckford. TikTok.
Say that again.
Oh, Instagram, Gabrielle Beckford. Mm-hmm. TikTok. I'm new to TikTok, so don't prejudge. But it's Gabrielle Beckford 1. Facebook, Gabrielle Beckford. I have my own website, GabrielleBeckford.com. I might want to make some changes, but yeah. Yeah. Hit me up. What's up?
Oh my gosh, you're the freaking bomb and so iconic. And I'm so glad I got to meet you through this project and this family and this time and place. And I ask myself all the time, what would have happened if we came in before Anne Juliet? But things happen the way they happen. I know.
Hey, love. I got people over there. Y'all bomb.
But
Y'all
it's
bomb.
great.
It's the timing. It's the timing. If we came out in a different era,
yes,
of theater, I feel like this would be so much more accepted because, it was a lot of pop.
it was.
You saw a lot of pop on stage.
This show was written first and came out last. And
True.
I wonder if it would have hit the airwaves first.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think you filmed.
Uh-oh.
Salisha, hold on, let me check my Wi-Fi, make sure I'm not, got no issues. Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Salisha?
I'm here.